Testing the mic. Testing the mic. Da, 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 da. Hi everybody, welcome to another Zero Streams. Good evening. Sup, Reggie Genghis? Reggie Kingus. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for coming by. Let me just pull up some of my other, windows that I like having open, such as my Twitch dash. Alright, well, how y'all doing today? I hope y'all doing fine and dandy. We're gonna continue on with our Inktober challenge. The prompt today is treasure. It is a treasure to be spending time with you this evening. Let me think. I'm gonna do some sketching, obviously, because I haven't thought of an idea yet. It's been very busy. I don't know why. This was yesterday's drawing. I think yesterday's word was tread. I really should have done a sketch guide for this, but I just kind of freehanded it, and you can kind of tell with how wibbly wobbly it is. We had sling. What was this one? Misfit. What was this one? Oh gosh. I should probably have the list pulled up or something. Oh, this was ornament. Ornament. This one's wild. And we have legend. Wait for it. Dairy. Overgrown. What was this one? Ash. This one was ash. We got dragon. Snow. It hasn't even been a month and I'm already forgetting some of these. Pattern. We got, swing. Swing. Bada bada bada. Hey, Gavin. Hiyo. Frail. Enchanted. Husky. Build. Freeze. Bait. Mindless. And day one with ring. Okay. So then going back even further to last year's prompts, I think this one right here, this one would have made a good drawing for today's prompt. Today's word is treasure. So I'm kind of bummed. This is such a good drawing for this day's prompt that I'm feeling very uninspired with anything else I could possibly come up with. So that's why we gotta start drawing. Reggie Kinga says, nice drawings! Chef Kiss Hand. Thank you so much. Yeah, this year's been very good. I've been liking pretty much all of the Inktobers that I've put out. I think there were 2 that I'm not quite happy with, but there's a lot of them that I'm like super happy with. So it's pretty nice, and I've been keeping up. Every day I've been getting one done. A little sad that it's kind of my Nuzlocke has kind of gotten a little pushed aside. Still not done with this month's update. Golly, I really don't have any idea. Make a rat get a hold of the golden chicken. Well, there's the thing, isn't it? Is with a black and white drawing, how do you indicate metal? How do you make it clear that it's treasure? And certainly we could, you know, kind of shade it like it's made of metal a little bit. I don't know. I think also, do I want to go with like literal treasure? I guess I could technically do maybe pirates? Rats? Wondering, have you played other games besides Pokemon? If not, I recommend mind if I recommend a game to you. Go ahead, Reggie. I will take the recommendation, but I play so few games that it's almost like you said, have you played other games beside Pokemon? But I barely play Pokemon. I do want to be able to play some more games. Gaming is not something that I do a lot, but when I do it, it's usually a lot of fun. Lately, the only games that I really sit down to play are ones that my brother wants to play with me or watch me play. Let's see, I've played a bit of Minecraft earlier in the year, just for fun. Went on to the Nuz Forum server, and that was a lot of fun. Just wandering around. But I am looking forward to playing Pokemon Swish, Sword and Shield. I got Shield, and I'm kind of upset because I've never been a big fan of Ponyta, and I'm not gonna get. Do you guys care about like spoilers? I just wanted to ask real quick before I start like talking a lot about about Swish. But anyway, yeah, I'm looking forward to playing that when it comes out. I kind of want to play Animal Crossing once that's out. Have always been a big Animal Crossing fan, even though I don't play it very much. Whenever an Animal Crossing game comes out, I do end up playing it. I think I've played every single one except for the very first one that was only available in Japan. And then what else is coming out? I think I might be getting myself Splatoon in for Christmas, because my brothers kind of wanted to play that. So I got coin, I got chicken. I'm not gonna do a treasure chest because I've already done it, but just so that I have all the ideas in front of me, I'm gonna draw a treasure chest. Oh no, the stream is lagging. Oh no! It seems like it's frozen a little bit. Let me see. But it's not. It's doing okay on my end. Sorry if it's freezing for you. I'm wondering, let's see. Pokemon Master Wheeler is here! Hello, Master Wheeler! Master Wheeler! Welcome to the stream. Thanks for dropping by. Nuz Forums has a Minecraft server. IDK about spoilers. It's working fine for me. Yay! Well, here's the game that I recommend. It's called Fossil Fighters. Really fun game, to be honest, but it takes a while for you to find it. The game overall is fun. It's working fine. Okay, I will write that down. Fossil fighters. Tails Imp gifted me a game for my birthday. It was Hollow Knight. I got Hollow Knight for my birthday back in July, and I finally got to try it out I think it was like last week. Was it last week or like last week? I don't remember. And that was a fun game. I only got up to what's she called? Hornet? I only got up to Hornet, so I didn't get very far. I've been playing Smash Brothers. Still haven't finished World of Light. The quote-unquote story mode for the latest Smash Brothers game. I'm thinking of hopefully if my system allows it, I'm hoping to stream Banjo-Kazooie for you guys in December. Oh, and I also need to play Deltarune. Man, there's so many games out there. So many games to play, so little time in the day. I follow you, so I actually was able to catch a stream. Yay! Twitch never gives me announcements. I follow people and then I still miss their streams because I never get announcements. I think Smash is my most played game on Switch. I still haven't finished World of Light either. Oh, yeah, it's hard. There are too many games. Okay, so I'm gonna play around with the idea of a pirate. A rat that's a pirate. Just working on the Inktober. Do. Let's see. He looks kind of just like a bandit. I don't know. How do I make him more piratey? Maybe if I give him a peg leg. Maybe if I give him, like, a hook. I don't know. Like, I feel like the hook and the peg leg were kind of... Were they a thing before Treasure Planet? I mean, Treasure Planet, the original. Treasure Island? Or did Treasure Island kind of popularize that look? Because I feel like you wouldn't last very long in the open seas if you had a hook for a hand and a peg leg, you know? Yar! Scurvy dog. It's a pirate. Yeah. Maybe I should draw a how would I do this? Can you tell the joke I'm going for here? Am I still on the screen? It's a fork. It's a pie rat. That took way too long. that dumb joke took way too long. Okay. Gavin says, I think Teen Titans Go actually made the pie rat joke before. We don't talk about that show. I mean, you know, Teen Titans Go is what it is. It's popular with the crowd that it's trying to go for, and apparently the original cast has a lot of fun on it. It's just not for me. Just not for me. Team Aqua Rattata. Oh, that would be so good. Unfortunately, I try to avoid fan art, like straight up fan art for these Inktobers, but that would have been so good. Smash is let's see. Fossil Fighters does the sequel called Fossil Fighters Champions and expands what the first game did, which a lot of people consider the best one. And I will not talk about Fossil Fighters Frontier because that's a pile of hot garbage. An ugly scare to the an ugly scar to the series, just what Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts did. Oh, ooh, that's a hard blow to throw. To be compared to Nuts and Bolts is a high offense. I expect there is a lot of bad blood between you and that game, Reggie. Lisa, The Painful is a game I'd totally recommend if you like Earthbound-inspired games. Its story and characters are amazing. Isn't Lisa, like, kind of scary, though? I don't like scary games. Gavin says, alright, I guess. Doing some homework. So how is everyone doing today besides me getting the lagging end of the stream? Sorry, Reggie. If the stream is lagging for you, I am also streaming on YouTube. And YouTube, I have another friend, Chico, who always watches on YouTube because he gets the lag from Twitch specifically. And he seems to have a better luck on YouTube. And if you chat with us on YouTube, it will update on the screen, on the stream itself. And hopefully it will cross post to Twitch also, so we'll still be able to see ya. Master Wheeler says, I don't think it's bad. I just think Cartoon Network needs to chillax with how much they air it. Oh, that's a good point. I don't really watch TV anymore, so I don't get a sense of like what's overplayed and what isn't. But I can imagine if it's like always on all the time, that can get pretty annoying. Gavin says, yeah, it has some scary visuals, but I think it adds to the game's charm. Also, Terry Hintz is probably the best video game character of all time. Ooh. Alright. Still struggling with an idea for this day. I think I do want to stick with the pirates theme, but would it be a pirate and maybe he's like digging for treasure? I kind of like the idea of a pirate with a shovel, I guess. What kind of bug would make for a good parrot proxy? instead of having a parrot, the rat has maybe a dragonfly. The rat is like... I don't really know what dragonflies look like, so I'm just gonna make this up. And before you say that dragonfly is way too big, apparently in this world there's like really big bugs, so so I don't have to make it to scale. But yeah, it's like my sister takes the Switch to school with her. With my permission, I do let her take it, because she has more time to play it than I do anyways. But it does mean that I get to play less games when I do have time. Not that I do have time, but hypothetically speaking. So she's gonna be bringing it back on for Thanksgiving, and I'll be keeping it through winter break. So that should give me enough time to play Hollow Knight, hopefully beat Hollow Knight. If I don't get a chance to beat Smash Brothers World of Light, at least I want to make some progress on that. But mostly it's so that I can play Swish. Dunno, dragonflies get pretty big. I'll be right back. Gonna watch a thing for my studies. Okie dokie. Whoa! Hoi, Andrew! I say a beetle, like a rhinoceros beetle. Yoo! Let me take a look at what those look like. Because I know approximately what things look like from playing Animal Crossing. But not like actually rhinoceros beetle. Well, welcome to the stream, Andrew. Thanks for dropping by. Kevin's like, I freaking hated that show back then, but I've cooled down since, and now find it funny with how mad I got at that show. There are a lot of things that I would be like passionately angry about as a kid. That I just kind of mellowed out about, and it's hindsight really is 2020. You look back and it's like, why was I so upset? My friend is watching Danny Phantom, like rewatching Danny Phantom through, and when we were talking about season 2, when Sam like places a Danny Phantom logo on his chest, I was like instantly like, oh man, I remember hating that logo. I was so upset that they changed that. Man, that was so bad. Like, it made me so angry. We watched it and I was like, wait, why was I upset about this? The logo doesn't even look that bad. I think I literally just didn't like change as a kid. I got upset if things like were one way and then like weren't anymore. But yeah, you kind of mellow out after a while. You kind of realize, you know, maybe. Oh, sorry, I was off the screen. Maybe you don't have to be so upset about the smallest things. But then, of course, there are things that I still get upset about. So, you know, I still got growing to do. Okay. The problem with the beetle is it's hard for me to. It's very like bipedal. Not bipedal. The opposite. Quadrupedal. In its design, it's like a lumbering beast. So it doesn't. I'm finding it hard to translate it in my brain into like a parrot style animal. But I do like how it looks. Hoi! Hello, Tails! Thanks for dropping by. Master Wheeler's here! Let's see, I know, then again, rats get pretty big too. Oh, hey, I know that, friend. No problem. Besides, I'm Reggie King since you get. Oh, yeah. The camera will continuously turn off. Oh, Andrew is Reggie Kingus. Okay, gotcha. How is the stream over on YouTube? Is it any less laggy for you? Pokemon Master Wheeler says, I think I was conditioned to be used to change by the Pokemon anime. That's very funny because, as someone who didn't really watch the anime, but kind of just like, like by proxy knew about it and like followed along through the movies, it seemed like the Poke Annie didn't change very much throughout the course. So it's very cool that you say you were conditioned to be used to change by watching that. Sure, Misty didn't leave till season 6, but Brock temporarily left in season 2, Tracy permanently left in season 3. Also, the Pokemon are constantly, like, switching around, too. Every time they go to a new region, they would get different Pokemon and such. So, yeah, I can totally see where you're coming from with that. Oh boy, the movies are a little samey. But even then, it's like whenever they had a new movie, there was always that moment in the beginning of the movie where Ash meets someone new and they either have a battle or they're like, hey, let's let our Pokemon out. And he just lets all his Pokemon out. And it was so much fun because I didn't really watch the anime, so that was my chance to see what his new team was. And I would be like, whoa, he has one of those? Like, I remember when, in the, what was it? Was it the third movie? When he had, like, no, it was the second movie, I think. When he, like, had that Pokemon battle on the playground, and he, like, sends out a shiny Noctowl. I'm like, what? It was really cool. Still love the third movie opening battle. Was it the third movie that was on the playground? I can't remember. There was one where there was like a little playground that they started playing around on. I think he had like the playground movie was the third. Okay. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. So I can see where you're coming from with that. I still love the third movie opening. Since we have pirate rats, mice, why not add an ancient sea creature, a coelacanth, which is still around to this day as a living fossil? But coelacanths are like deep sea creatures. They wouldn't like come in contact with pirates on the surface, and then if the pirates go under the water, then they would have to have like diving gear, and then they wouldn't look like pirates anymore. Also, the theme, the word today is treasure. I went with a pirate theme because, you know, pirates love treasure, but it's not really pirates as the theme. It's pirates are by proxy looking for treasure, I guess. Though I guess a living fossil relic Pokemon, I mean animal like a coelacanth would be a stinking treasure. I could probably do that for Ancient. One of the day's prompts is Ancient. Also the one full 6v6 battle I forgot to mention in my poll. Oh! But I don't think the movies are quite canon to the anime, so you might be okay with that. Gosh, you guys can't. Cause it's like, do I have maybe like maybe he's like holding a I don't know, a sack that's kind of spilling out with gold doubloons. Maybe some gems. He's like, this is the day that you almost caught Captain Rat Sparrow. Yeah, other than the first one, they seem to all be non-canon. I thought Astrid appearing in movie 17 meant it might be canon. Astrid? The girl from How to Train Your Dragon? But turns out she shows up in the show first and just makes a cameo in the movie. I could just do this guy. This guy has a pretty cool pose going on, and like, I like the dragonfly. I could also replace the dragonfly with maybe a praying mantis. I think a mantis has quite a nice bird-shaped. But mantis seem like really big creatures, so I don't know. Tail says, I always believed the movies were like their own canon. Astrid is Ash's quarterfinals opponent in the Kalos League. Tail says, like all the movies exist in the same universe, and shows, Wheeler says, and Astrid shows up to get her butt kicked by Alan, one of Ash's rivals, in an early episode. I never watched Kalos, so don't know any of those characters. What if the rat has a hook on his tail? Okay, so what are we gonna do? Oh, what if he's like, He's like poking his head out of the ground. Maybe he's like giving a shrug. It's like, I don't know where the treasure is. It's not down there. Oh, sorry. I like... Oh, hi, Foxy. Wheeler says, once again, I like how they just stated that movie 20 and 21 are the same universe. No more guessing. Which ones are 20 and 21? I didn't know there were 20 movies. I knew there were a lot, but not 20. Wow. Golly. Sorry guys, I'm having brain farts. I'm trying to think. Let me look up what a dragonfly looks like and see if I want to draw that over a rhino beetle. Dragonfly. There are 22 seasons? I'm baffled. I always thought there was one season per generation. I always forget that each, like, generation has several seasons. Dragonfly. Man, when you find a great reference picture, but it's the wrong way. When it's facing the wrong way. Okay, well, let's go with just the pose. I tend to like... I like to do fun things with the rats, not just have them standing around posing. What do you think we are, a bunch of posers? But I think for this one, just so we actually get some progress made, I might just have some fun actually drawing a proper dragonfly, and then just have the pirate rat. And this is where it becomes difficult, because now I have to what am I saying? You're making a fool of yourself. When I've made a fun sort of sketch, but then I have to transfer it to the notebook, that's when I start having trouble. And also, sorry guys, I realize it's difficult to see the sketch. Not only do I like to sketch light so that if I make a mistake I can erase it, but also this is a non-photo blue pencil, so it's really not supposed to be picked up anyway, which makes it extra difficult. So bear with me while we rough in some sketching. I will try to make it quick. I don't like it. No. keep wanting to swipe it with my hands, but I got this big old broom brush that I should be using instead. Okay. Well, I started with the rat in the sketch. Maybe that's where I need to go. Where did I even start? Did I start with the nose? Excuse me. Bear with you, but I thought we were drawing rats, not bears. Waka waka. Man, just remember season 23 starts in less than a month. Oh my goodness. With your boy Ash. Weren't the movies about Dialga, Palkia, and Arceus all connected? Gavin is back. Let's see. Thank you, Gavin. Thank you, Max, for that marvelous introduction. So, guys, Halloween's coming up soon. The spooky season is well underway. And, I'm gonna have to find some time to put on Over the Garden Wall. I'm thinking maybe now that I have a TV in the print shop that I work at, I should play it for on the TV for the customers, but I can't have sound on, and like so much of the show is the amazing music and the sound design and the voice acting, so I'm a little sad about the prospect. But another big part of the show is definitely the visuals, and so if anything, I think just getting to watch that would be a grand old time as well. Okay, I think I've put our rat boy way too close to the top of the page. Because now I don't think there's going to be enough room for our bug friend. Okay, and I kind of like the idea that he has this hook attached to his tail. So I'm gonna add that in. Why a hook? Like, who decided? What is the purpose of the hook? Is it so that they can latch onto ropes and like still, you know, do like ship things? I feel like it would be very dangerous. I realize I'm literally just drawing a rat without any, like, you know, it's not really treasure. It's just a pirate. Maybe instead of looking backwards, because his eye is kind of in the wrong position to be looking at the bug now. Should just have him looking forward. We can give him some scars. Some piratey scars. Some skewers. OMG, over the garden wall server watch night. Oh, I would love to do that, except once again, Mac has betrayed me. Both Mac and Discord, because I feel like it's also partly Discord's fault that the Go Live feature is not available for Mac users for some reason. So even though I own the I have Over the Garden Wall on it. What did I get it on? iTunes? Man, I'm really upset. I loved it so much that I went and bought it on iTunes, and then because there was no DVD, and then literally, like, I don't know, a year later the DVD was released. I'm like, I could have just waited. Because I would much rather have the DVD, like, sitting on my shelf than a digital copy. Though, I guess technically I do technically have a Windows computer. It's like this tiny little thing, but I wonder if I would be able to download iTunes on it and Discord. Should the rat have should I give him a tattoo? Ooh. Maybe I can give him like a tattoo on his back or something. Have okay. Maybe he's holding a shovel. Maybe he's holding a spade of some kind. Looks like he's about to go digging. Woo. Almost spilled my water. I'm gonna spill my water. All over me lamp. Let me see. I need more desk space. I am crowded out of my desk space. Something like that. For the foot, I don't know. I think I kind of liked it better when it was leg out a little more. Looked like he was ready to go. Something like that. Can you guys see? Can you guys see the sketch? I can kind of see it on my screen. Apple, why? More like a rat too. Pokemon Master Wheeler, please. I love you. Well, Zero, if you can't, I'ma just have to figure out how to do it for my server. Maybe I can share it with you. Since I already own it anyway, and I never watch the things that I own. It's spoopy month, and I haven't spooped at all. We need to spoop more. I've been watching that hot dog french fries song over and over again, though. It's that's the most spooping I've done this month. But yeah, I haven't played any spoopy games. Though the only spoopy game I will play is Luigi's Mansion. Like that's literally as spoopy as I will go. Anything more than that is too spoopy. I guess technically I did watch I watched Game Theory. Game Theory played what is it called? Little Misfortune. The Almighty Onion has followed. Thank you, Almighty Onion. Welcome to the streams. Wheeler, free your poor computer. I should get this. Wait, hold on. Zero, if you can't, I'm gonna do it. I should get this prologue name so I can close Photoshop. The 2 art programs open at once, plus a stream, seems to be making my computer complain again. Oh no! I'm sorry, Wheeler. I don't mean to be such a burden. I don't know where to put his other arm. If I don't draw the arm, maybe we can pretend that he doesn't have one. He's not leaning enough. I'm gonna make him scrawnier and push his back out a little more. I think that kind of gives off a roguish, scrawny physique. Like, he doesn't eat a lot. He's out in the high seas drinking rum. A bilg rat. I guess I should probably move the hook, though. Like, the hook is in a very... I like how I drew the hook, but it's in a very bad position. It's like covering everything in the middle here. Cause like, look how leaning this guy is. He's like, his neck is coming out and his body's jutting forward, neck's going back. kind of lost some of that. Let me see if I can jut his belly forward a bit more. Put on, maybe I need to go the opposite way. Put on some weight. Put some weight on this scurvy dog. Okay, I'm gonna move the tail. Maybe further up. And then put the hook starting here, which is a little absurd. Like if he actually lost part of his tail and that's why he has the hook on it, then I really don't think it would be this long. So maybe having a hook is a little too much. Oh, why does it keep turning off? Almighty Onion says, I've been a fan of you since 11. 2011? Oh my goodness. Or since you were 11. Or since I were 11. I don't know. Well, welcome. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Thank you. That's so sweet. It's this prologue that's being a burden, not being named and needing me to actually draw it. He's out in the high seas, like my grave. Oh no! Yeehaw, pirates. Gavin says, hey Zero, I think I'm gonna go take a shower, see you in a bit. Take care, Gavin. Don't go drowning on us now. Keep your wits about thee. Ya old sea rat. You old land-lubbing sea rat. I don't know what's going on here. I will just have to deal with it later. But, let's try and get this dragonfly in. Don't know where all the legs are, where they're going, where they're coming from. Dragonflies are a little strange to me. I don't like bug legs in general. I just don't know what they're doing. There's too many of them to keep track of. And then dragonfly wings are weird because they only stick out to the side. So this dragonfly that I'm looking at, this reference picture that I'm looking at, has them sort of fanning outward. It's following the curve of the body up, but it's rather wide because it's coming towards the viewer. So rather than being long, like normally they're supposed to be, it's these big old wide wings. And this one's a little wider. Then on the other side, at an angle, goes like that, and then like that. Almost looks like a butterfly, if I have to be honest. Oh man. I think I want to make it look less like a butterfly. So I'm gonna keep it from going too far down. I want his head to be lower. Not accurate, but I like it better. Okay, I think that's about as much time as I have for the sketching. Let's try and line this sucker. Out in the high seas like my grades. Oh my goodness. What's the pirate's favorite letter? Is it the R? Nay, his first love is the sea. "11 years old. Sorry I talk so much." You don't talk so much. You talk the right amount. Talking is good. I agree with Master Wheeler. That's a really good dragonfly. Oh, thank you. As long as it looks like a dragonfly and not a weird butterfly, I am happy. Alright, let's draw this thing. Let's just, let's just jump in with the dragonfly. If I mess up, then I might as well do so early. The first line is always the most nerve-wracking. Come on. Come on. It's having trouble focusing because it's so close. It's too close. I'm not going to be able to focus it very well, but hopefully you don't mind. I wanted to zoom in because I'm going to be working on this section for a little bit, and didn't figure maybe you guys would want to see it a little closer. There's so much going on up here. I don't even know what I'm supposed to be drawing. I'm like looking at this reference and like literally I have no idea what part is just colors and what part is actually part of its body. I'm not gonna draw the feet. This is just the legs for now. So I'm not sure how I want it to be grabbing onto the to the rat. Let's see. No, it's why. I think I'm gonna draw two. You give a great creative drive. Oh man, what are you gonna draw? What are you gonna be drawing? I love hearing that me drawing is getting other people to also draw. Like, some days I'm so busy at work. I'm on my feet all day long, and I come home and I don't even want to like sit at my desk. I just want to lay down and like, you know, watch YouTube. And it's so hard to just want to draw something. So to think that me drawing with you guys, it's like we're all in some kind of work pack. Oh, come on. Come on, camera. Come on. It's like we're all work packing together, getting stuff done, encouraging each other. See, it's bad. If I zoom out, I can focus on it. But then when I zoom in, it like goes out of focus. It's whatever. It's whatever! And really, that's one of my favorite things about the streams is I like structure. I like having a schedule, but I cannot keep myself to a schedule. I will slack off if it's literally just me making myself do things. But when I have other people keeping me accountable, even if it's just the idea that people are keeping me accountable, like, you guys are so great that if I had a bad day and I couldn't stream, I could just say, like, sorry guys, can't stream today, and y'all would, you know, go on with your lives. And nobody really ever comes to me and says, like, man, you ruined my day because I was looking forward to that stream and there was no stream. It's like, everyone's so understanding. So it's not really like, oh, I have to do the streams. They're gonna, like, you know, kill me if I don't. But the idea that I don't want to disappoint anyone really gets me to sit down, to rush home, to put on these shows, I guess. Not really a show. I don't know what else to call it. It's like a get together. I don't know. I really don't know like what to call it. Art streaming is kind of a new thing in the course of human history, if you think about it. Event? I guess event is kind of a way to say it. I am butchering this wing. I am so sorry, Mr. Dragonfly. Wow, that's like maybe one of the worst wings I've ever drawn in my entire life. I was focusing too much on copying the reference, which is in a completely different angle from what I'm drawing, that I didn't really pay attention to making it look good as a drawing. Let me see if I can salvage it by, I don't know. I don't like drawing these translucent wings because they're so intricate. There's so much detail in them. Every bit is just sort of visible, but not entirely. And it's like, what part do I draw? What part? You. What are schedules? Says Colorful Chimera. What are schedules? Almighty Onion is drawing Pokemon! OMG, same, says Tails. About the streams, I guess, or like working together, getting each other motivated. Colorful Chimera says, oh, it's Monday! It's a Monday! Oh, woohoo! Tails says, oh, like a schedule? Why would I follow that? Sorry, but I know the girl who made it, and she frankly has no right to try to make demands. But around here it's more like fun day. That sounds like Friday though, or that looks like Friday. Monday, more like fun day. Okay. It's okay, practice makes perfect. Hey yo everybody. Don't ask me how I keep multiple schedules going. Master Wheeler is so powerful. My best guess is I'm really obsessed with Pokemon anime and use it to fuel my now multiple anime comics. And hello! It's a randomizer I have. A randomizer! Okay, let me get this other wing in. Oh gosh. I made such a big mistake with these wings over here. I really shouldn't have been looking at the reference when I drew them. There's a time and a place for reference, but you really shouldn't be like ogling your reference as you're drawing the thing. It's really references for practice, and then once you build that visual library in your mind, focus on making the actual thing look good instead of trying to freestyle a reference picture. So hopefully once the other parts of the drawing are in, it won't. Oh man, I messed up again. Oh no! Oh no, I messed up. Oh, that's sad. Shoot. Maybe if I extend this part. There's this delightful slope that happens right here. And I just made this wing poke up because I was looking at my reference wrong. I really wanted to keep that angle, that slope. Okay. I think that's good though. I think think I saved that. Let's zoom out. Oops. Come on. Am I gonna have to lock you in place, camera? Oops. What is that? Why did it move? Sorry guys, my camera is being wibbly wobbly and not in a timey-wimey sense. In all the screws are coming loose and it's a disaster sense. Tails is like, Wheeler, aren't you working on 5 comics at once right now? And Master Wheeler's just says, it's fine. It's fine. This is fine. Almighty Onion says they're working on a randomizer of Blaze Black. Blaze Black. Is that like, that's like a fan-made emulator style thing, right? Colorful Chimera is like, excuse me? And I'm maybe working on 5 comics right now. 1 is almost done, I swear! The end date just kind of keeps moving back. Yeah. That's no good. You gotta take control of your life. At least has some semblance of control. Okay. I think that's good. Sometimes I go a little too detailed on the ears. Ears are one of those things that everyone kind of has their own way of drawing. You know, there's a lot of anime, more like there's a lot of manga out there that all sort of have the same inspired by Dragon Ball style. You know, you got your Naruto's, your Bleach, your One Piece, all sort of inspired by either Dragon Ball or Akira or both. And so like a lot of the times the eyes and the faces will look the same. A lot of the way they draw, like, I don't know, clothes or hands, very similar to each other. Not on purpose, but like just on account of being cut from the same cloth. But then you really see it, like what Shaman King also. You really start to see variation and like uniqueness when you get a character, a mangaka to draw animals. For me, I love seeing the way different artists, manga artists especially, draw animals, because their people might look the same, but then the way their animals come out are so unique and different and like charming to their own style. I'm a huge fan of the weird way the guy who does Shaman King draws the animals. They're like so ugly, and yet it's really charming. But like, I feel like a little less noticeable than that is kind of how different artists draw ears. Because it's such a small part of the body, but so detailed and like intricate that you either have to simplify it or you just decide to like go for every single line. Next time you're watching an anime or reading a manga, pay attention to the ears. That's why Pokemon is so unique. It's all animals. Pokemon is very interesting because it spans so many generations of a big company that there are several different styles going on. And like it changes over time too. So you can sort of see where the different people had their hands where. In the way beginning, it was like, what, literally 5 people? Maybe even less than that. I don't even remember. It was like a handful of people all working together on it. And when the staff is that small, you can really sort of start picking out like, oh, this person made this Pokemon. Not me though. I can't really pick out that kind of stuff easily. I haven't studied it enough, and I don't really have the eye to figure out. That's why I'm pretty bad at style challenges. It'll take me a long time to figure out how a style works. So most of the time I just kind of peruse the media and try and find a pose similar to the one I'm trying to do for the style challenge, because I never want to just straight up copy the way like just take a screenshot and then copy it. I find that a little boring. So I will come up with my own unique pose, but then I'll if let's say the character's sort of looking up, I'll go through the story and find all the characters of the same age and like body type or so on and so forth as the character I'm trying to draw in that style, and any instance where they're looking up and kind of copy the structure of the face and stuff. If I'm drawing, usually when I'm drawing my Red Wolf character, if I want to try and do her in a different style, I will look in that series to see if they've drawn a wolf and sort of construe that from there. I remember when I was doing the wolf style meme, one of the I think several actually of the options or styles that they wanted us to do were just different Disney properties. There was like oh shoot, what was it called? I think there's Peter and the Wolf, the one with like the duck and the instruments and stuff. There was why am I blanking on the name? Beauty and the Beast, where they had the dire wolves in the forest that like chased Belle, was it? And the beast had to fight them off. So I kind of like went through, I found pictures of them, and then I know that Disney tends to overemphasize certain feminine traits, so I like would add eyelashes and stuff and, you know, soften the features. But then I still want to keep my character's personality, and she's kind of a spunky gal, so I don't want to make her all sultry, because that's not her. So I would find how Disney likes to draw kid characters or characters with some attitude. Colorful Chimera says, I just draw swirls in my ears. I mean, that's a style. That's the way you draw ears. You've like discovered what you find aesthetically pleasing and what you, sorry guys, I was off screen. What you find works. Because not only are ears usually pretty overly complicated in real life, so you have to simplify it. But also you have to draw it a lot, and yet they are not important. They're just part of the face that has to be there unless your character is missing ears, which, you know, go off, I guess. But, you know, pretty much every character will need them. So they can't be overly complicated either. You have to draw them over and over and over again. And they can't stand out too much either. You don't want a character to have super prominent ears and nothing else. It's a lot of fun, I think, studying other people's styles. No, I messed up again. I forgot to leave room for the shovel. I probably should have just left the shovel out, but I was a fool. I drew the top of the shovel, and then I drew I drew the top without leaving room for the shovel, and then I drew the bottom of the shovel. So now I can't not have a shovel, but I also don't have anywhere for the shovel to be. It's my folly. That's my folly! I just colored it in. Mad oof, says Pokemon Master Wheeler. The anime kind of embraces that, purposefully changing the art style frequently. To be honest, you can do that even for larger scale stuff. I've seen people pick out the keyframe artists for different scenes of the Pokemon and Dragon Ball Super anime. Yeah, there are certain animators with like signature animation things that they like to do, or they do very well, and so you can find out who animated which scene. Which is, you know, it's real cool to study, and there are people on YouTube who like are really into that sort of stuff and will point it out for you, which I find very fun to delve in. Me, unfortunately, I can't remember Japanese names to save my life. So I'm never gonna be one of those people who can just list off names. There's nothing that makes me feel more smart and intelligent than being able to just rattle off a list of names of important people who have done things. and it impresses me. I am impressed if you can just like say like, Like, people should know more about animators who work in the anime industry, such as blah 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 blah, who worked on this and that and the other thing, and this person. Or like if someone's reviewing an anime and they're like, this moment here, which was clearly animated by blah 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 because of this and that, and I'm like, whoa, you're so smart. Okay. Halloween is in a week. Is anyone dressing up for Halloween? Anyone got a costume in mind, or do you have a go-to that you wear every year? One year, I think I went as a, well, what was I? A country singer. And it was like, I literally just wore flannel and a cowboy hat. And I had this guitar made out of cardboard. And then the next year, I went as a hunter, and it was literally just the same exact outfit, except I improvised some suspenders, and I carried around a fake wooden rifle and strapped some like animal parts to me, like to my belt. Like, I had some squirrel furs, and an antler, I think. Like, it was a tiny antler. But I, like, tied those to my belt. And that was fun. And then last year, I went as a giraffe. I had a giraffe onesie for some reason. So I put that on. But then I didn't want to, like, walk around like a naked giraffe, so I put on some clothes over the onesie. So I just looked like a giraffe that was wearing normal clothes. It wasn't even like a costume either. It was one of those ones with like the hoodie, and it's like the hoodie part is the animal's head. I really want to get one of those those big old Maskimals, I think they're called. There's one that's a shark, and it's like so cute, but it's so expensive on Amazon for some reason, and I cannot find it at Walmart. Don't like how this part looks, so I'm gonna shade it out. When in doubt, just add messy fur. confused. Bring it out so that it breaks the silhouette of the shirt. I think that's a little better. I have this urge to Control S. I have this urge to save. I'm like looking at this, thinking if I don't save, it's gonna disappear. How am I supposed to keep this in existence if I don't save it? It's like, come on, Zero. It's okay. Just close the book. It'll be there tomorrow. After all, tomorrow is another day. Who needs ears? I'm drawing a Samawat with a pomp and circumstance. I do not like drawing Samawat. Master Wheeler says, funny thing, I do what they did in a, I believe, Danny fandom thing, where they showed how they drew Danny. Ooh, I want to see that. And that's put a 3 in the ear. Mad oof. Putting a 3... I guess the ear does kind of have a 3 going on inside. Sometimes you just gotta fudge it. Zero! How much longer are you going for? 3 weeks. Almighty Onion says, I'm not wearing a costume this year. My family's moving soon. Aw, I'm sorry. Did you have one last year? Colorful Chimera says, I have a costume, but I never wear it. I have a cloak I wear every year when I can find it. Man, we're all so, like, casual. We're like, maybe if this is where I would put my Halloween costume if I had one. I'm going until about, let's see, what I started at 9, so 10, 11, 12. I want to go until about 12, but I'm like done with my Inktober, and I'm quite a ways away, so depending on how much I can think to do, it's possible I might go the whole way if it takes longer than expected, or I might end it early. But yeah. Why do you ask? Do you need my help? Do you need my help? Going for another 2 hours after having finished. Not a big deal. I'll think of something. Chico says, ahoy! I'm on my phone. Oh, Chico, you missed the whole thing. I finished. I was talking to Chico the earlier today, on my Patreon account, and I was talking about how it was impossible to see my sketching on these Inktober streams. It's a shame you didn't get to actually see how hard it was to see it. Well, actually, I'm going to be starting a new drawing, so I can sketch for that one too. And then you can see for yourself. But yeah, I think that does it for today. That is today's Inktober done. Excellent Excellent. I could possibly give him another arm. I could have his arm coming out back here. Do I want to, though? Gavin's back! Gotta drive home if you were any, so I was just gonna wait. Nah, go home. Go home, Tails. I'll be here when you're back. Average civilian bystander. Internet's still poopy. Even on YouTube? Master Wheeler says, I'll have the same costume as every year. Average civilian bystander. Excellent. Closet cosplay, I assume. Chimera, Colorful Chimera is like, woo, yeah! What's this prompt? Today's prompt was treasure. Which I know doesn't make much sense, but it's a pirate. Pirates like treasure. Looks amazing. Thank you. Yar. I really want to. I'm gonna tap the Command S a little bit. Okay, that feels good. All right, I'm gonna put this away. Treasure. Treasure. Colorful Chimera, I have a question for you. I'm so used to hearing people call you Nyx, but you are Colorful Chimera everywhere, so I'm wondering what you prefer to go by. on other people's streams, I mean. I know on your stream it's like that's just your thing. But when you're on in my chat room, I don't know, you know. I don't know, you know? Let's have some fun with water. Oh gosh. Do I have my paints with me? I'm gonna grab my paints. It's 11 o'clock. I'll go until I draw something. And then we'll probably end it there. So, let's do a Pokemon, shall we? I always like to draw the Pokemons. I likes the Pokemons. What would y'all want to see me draw? What do you want to see? Where did I put my pen? Ah! Where did my pen go? Oh no, it's ruined. The show is over. I can't find my pen, which I was literally just using. Oh, I put it in my cup holder. Cough, Pikachu, cough. Maybe the real treasure is his friendship with his little dragonfly. Yes! The real treasure was the friends we made along the way. Pokemans. The Pokeman. Do something spooky. Could always do that Team Aqua Rattata you didn't get to do for Inktober. Maybe a Swirlix or a Swablu. Ooh, a Pumpkaboo. Unknown. There's so many options. I'm gonna doodle all of them, and then I'll go with the one that I gravitate to the most. We got a Pikachu, obviously. Let me zoom in a little bit. I don't know why I gave him a creepy smile. I think because I saw the word spooky. And for some reason it manifested. I don't know what happened there. Lol, whether that's a cute Pikachu or a scary Pikachu. IDK. Team Aqua Rattata. I honestly don't really remember what Team Aqua looks like. I think their logo looks kind of like this. And they have like bandanas. I don't... Do they have like, striped shirts? I want to say maybe they have striped shirts. What do I have to do to make this an Alolan Rattata? Is it just giving it a bigger mustache? Making it black, maybe? If I color this black, will it just become an Alolan Rattata? I've already put it on 2 legs. Because it was wearing a shirt. It was wearing a shirt. A shirt! Color that in. Color that in too. I'll get some spikes on the tail. I'd love to have a pirate costume. Arr, me mateys. Avast ye ships. Stow away and cast ye a bird. And sure. Am I allowed to link in stream though? You can link in the stream. I don't think it'll stop you. Feel free to share your works, guys. I'm not picky. I've read Wheeler's Nostalgia Lock. The first page I think had like a little picture of like 3 of my favorite classic Nuzlocks, and I'm like, yes. Oh, Master Wheeler says Pikachu and Rattata standing next to each other officially means these are my 2 protagonists from my upcoming Nuzlocke. Except this Rattata's Alolan. Does that change everything? They're like striped crop tops, right? Or am I remembering it wrong? Hey Wheeler, show us the pics. Show us the comics. Archie's a Rattata. More at 12. Okies. SJ, DA, or the forums. It does change everything. Make it an Alolan! Just make it an Alolan. Yar! It's more climate appropriate because of the tropics. That's where the ships dock. Swirlix. I haven't drawn a Swirlix much. That's a oof. So see, I'm trying to do these from memory, and Swirlix is one of the Gen 6 Pokemon, which I have a lot of trouble with. I think it's the cotton candy Pokemon. Is that literally it? I can't think of anything else to put on it. It doesn't look right. Swablu. Swablu I actually have drawn before. I just can't quite remember. But it's one of those parakeet birds. Like that. I don't know why it's sad. Pumpkaboo. Pumpkaboo. That's the unevolved form, right? That's the one that's like a cat inside of a pumpkin. Gonna color it in. This paper is rather thirsty. I can feel it soaking up all the ink as I draw on it. There's a little bit of feathery going on. It's the Great Pumpkin! It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown! Charlie Brown, of all the Charlie Browns in the world, you're the Charlie Browniest. I'm gonna hold this football and you run and kick it. And then there's the ah! What am I forgetting here? I thought for sure it had arms. Did it have a tail? I don't know what Pumpkaboo looks like. I don't know. I don't know, you guys. They're friends. Wait, what am I missing? But she's already designed and cute. I like Creepy Chew. Gen 6. The randomizer isn't a Nuzlocke, but I hope it turns out good. Almighty Onion, are you still playing the randomizer that isn't a Nuzlocke? Or have you played it and you're like creating a story out of it? Or are you just drawing pictures of your very good Pokemon, because that's also very valid. Chico says Cotton Dog. Also, since Jet mentioned it, I guess I'll link Yeller. Pokemon Master Weller posting their Yeller. OMFGXD. It's got a tongue, a little tiny nose, and 2 paw feet. Little tiny nose. They're friends. It's sad because it got cotton candy stuck on its cotton candy wig. Oh, you mean this guy. Little nose. Tiny nose. 2 paw feet. It's got a tongue. I forgot about the tongue. Tongue out. Is that any better? Okay, Swablu be like, Aree! Aree! Ah, ah, ah! They're friends. Swablu T-poses for dominance. It's more a bat, but yeah, pretty much. Gorgai's Japanese name is Pumpkin, so I keep accidentally saying that as the name instead of Punkaboo. Pumpkin just feels right. Pumpkin doesn't really roll off the tongue very well. Gavin says, I think Charlie Brown is why I got interested in the Mother Earthbound franchise, since the art styles look so similar. Charlie Brown's main appeal has always, for me at least, has always been, oh my goodness, the voice acting. There's something very Charlie Brown about the way the Peanuts characters talk. Chico's like, I want to pet it. Almighty Onion says, I'm not done yet, but I'm making their characters as I go along. That's always fun, yeah. I definitely had ideas of what I wanted the JBN characters to be like. As I was going along, and not all of them stuck around the same way. Nick says it's more like a bat, so I'm giving it bat wings. Who's that Pokemon? Master Wheeler says, I mainly heard it. I think it was more pronounced Pumpagene. Pumpagene. Ah, blackout. Yeah, unfortunately my camera does that occasionally. It'll just randomly decide to turn off. But it's okay, because all I have to do is flip the switch and it comes back on. Best cat costume. It's a Pumpkaboo. What else was on the list? Cotton dog. Unknown. Pumpkaboo! Can't have me on the stream and not have Pikachu suggested. Altaria. I didn't draw an Altaria. Do 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 do. I think I want to draw a Pumpkaboo. But let's see. Your camera is possessed by Karen's spirit. That's why it keeps not wanting to work. Oh no, Karen, are you there? I have like a seance with Karen. This camera doesn't like you very much, does it? No, no, it doesn't. Pokemon Master Wheeler says, draw Altaria, but with the floof all matted down and wet, like what happened in the anime. That would be... like that. Alolan Altaria. That's so clever. Long. We have so many long boys now, you guys. Can we count the long boys? We got... You know who this boy is? Got long... Long... Do. Let's see. Long. Dimsdale, Dimmadome. He skipped everything day. Now make it shake so it gets fluffier. Not long enough. Yeah. Giga Executor is gonna crush the Switch. It's too much. I've only seen this boy once, so I don't know what he looks like, but... I love this, like, long aesthetic we're getting. Meow. Okay, let me draw an actual... Oh, you wanted to see Altaria, like, after it shakes? I think Giga Meowth is actually the new tallest Pokemon. Even taller than Executor. But are the Giga Pokemon actual Pokemon, or are they like kind of projections? Are they kind of like the Pokemon itself isn't physically changing, is it? It's not physically becoming that big, right? It's like what they do in Yu-Gi-Oh! Where they sort of throw out holograms, I assume, is what that huge Pokeball thing is. I hate the idea that they, like, actually physically get big. Trainers use dual discs now. Giga also changes their appearance too, so who knows? Who knows? Giga Altaria. Okay, I'm gonna look up with what a Pumpkaboo looks like. Oh, it's got pants. It's just a baby with pants on. What is that thing? Is that on its head? Is this swirl thing on its head? I like your trousers. I like your trousers, Pumpkaboo. Pumpkaboo. Pumpagene. That is a lad. Mega Pokemon aren't registered in the deck. That's a little weird, I think. I mean, I guess it makes sense. Since they don't stay that way. Colorful Chimera is like, I miss so much! Oh, Nyx, did you see... Did you see my Altaria? And my Pumpkaboo? And my Swirlix? And then if you get the Altaria wet, it becomes Wet-taria. And then if it shakes off, it gets poofy. Or if you like use a blow dryer. And look at our long boys. Look at them! We have 3 good long boys now. But I'm gonna draw a Pumpkaboo. An actual Pumpkaboo. Okay. Nyx is like, OMG, the Altaria. Alright. Thank you for showing me. Of course! Yeah, no, if y'all ever join the streams a little too late, and want to see what I've been up to, just drop me a thing, and it's like, oh no, show me what you did, and I'll be like, okay. It's usually pretty simple to pull up what I just got dunning, and talk through it real quick. I don't think that's the lad you guys want. Oh no, I forgot! Golly, I forgot that it has a big swirl on its head. I forgot to make room for the swirl. Also, I wasn't a big fan of how that was coming out, so it's a good thing. its a leg up. It's gonna have a little sit down. Just like that. I'm liking Pumpkaboo better every second. Not a huge fan of that huge swirly thing on its head. But you know, it's fine. It's fine. I'll put it somewhere. As always, I just want to shift everything down slightly. There, I think that's better. Oh, sorry, I'm off. I'm off the screen again. I always do that to you guys. And then you guys are lost in anticipation. What's going on up there? What's going on? I can't see anything. I kind of feel like Pumpkaboo is supposed to have like some kind of tail or something out the back. Maybe something on the front too. It just, there's like nothing. It doesn't have any arms. It doesn't have a tail. I wonder if I can color this without line art. Shall I try that? Should I try to color it without line art? It's a baby. A bat with a diaper. I always thought it was a cat. Swirl is fine. Forcefully erases Swirl. It's a good spooky boy. Pumpky is Humpty Dumpty. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. They implemented the size things. Wait, hold on. I need that as a bird toy. So many long boys. Thank you for showing me. And never drawn Pumpkaboo until today. Oh, are you drawing a Pumpkaboo? If you are able to, like, finish it and then upload it, it would be cool for us to be able to see what you did. Let's see. Invisible graphite. Oh no, I actually can see. Love Pumpkaboo so much. I hunted for ages to get 2 shiny so I could have a Pumpkaboo and a Gourgeist. They implemented the size thing and let's go. It do got a swirly top. Take 2. Spoiler, but I just got done drawing Pumpkaboo for tomorrow's Inktober. LOL. Yeah! Wait, what's tomorrow? I don't even know what tomorrow's prompt thing is. Hold on, let me look it up. Oh, Nyx, your Sableye is so gremlin. I love it. Tomorrow's Ghost. Did you, is that your favorite ghost Pokemon? Is it Pumpkaboo? I think my favorite is Bannet. Master Wheeler says, I keep forgetting that a trainerless Nuzlocke means I don't have to draw any humans. Except for the human-type Pokemon, right? You still got, You still got, like, Hitmonchamp and Hitmonlee, Machop, the throws. Jinx. Which human Pokemon is the most human? I guess technically, you also have Blaziken and Incineroar and do the monkey Pokemon count? Because technically they're pretty human shaped, but they're also monkey, so I don't know if they get a pass or not. Maybe they get a pass. Oopsies. All the colors fell off. All the colors are falling out. Oh no, it's terrible. It's ruined. No, it's fine. Ugh. Golly. Yeah, my other palette, the pans were almost impossible to get out because they got like kind of stuck inside of the wells from just me using water and like getting paint all over the place, and it like kind of turned into a glue. But this one, since it's brand new, the pans keep falling out. It's a little funny. What do you guys like to see more, the mixing or the color picking? Unfortunately, I can't get both of them on the screen. I always saw the fluff on the top as bat wings. Oh, it's a sketch, but I can make a better one tomorrow. Yeah, if you want to share it, I'd love to see it. It's Ghost for tomorrow. Oh, cool. Thank you. I think Pumpkaboo might be my favorite ghost, but I just did it for Inktober because it's more Halloween-y. That's fair. It is very Halloween-y. I make a Jinxa duck. A duck. Is it a good Jinxa? Is it a good Jinx? I like Lucas. Yeah, most monkeys are very monkey and not really human. Rip Zero's colors. I'm mixing more devil beating. Okay. I can turn it this way then. It's not staying. I kind of can hold it, I guess, so you can see both. I'm a little nervous. But so I'm going to go in with whatever this is. I'm gonna water it down a little bit. Maybe get some more yellow in there. Definitely yellow there. This is a bit of a new thing for me. I don't normally do lineless anything. So we'll see how it goes. It might suck, it might come out really nice. Who knows? It's been so long since I've done I need a paper. I did these animal drawings for my mom and dad and grandma And those didn't have lines. I didn't ink those or anything when I first did it. Okay. And while that dries, I'm gonna put in a wash. I'm gonna go in with my Moon Glow. Get a bunch of that. Get some, what do I want to add to it? Maybe I'll just stick with just straight Moon Glow. I'll just stick with straight Moon Glow for now. Put some more water in, water it down slightly. Really, make it thin. And I'm just gonna go in. I don't want it to dry too fast though. I realize now I should have wet everything, because now it's gonna dry on the edges. Oh no! It's gonna dry on the edges. I'm not ready. I don't want it to outline the face. Ah! I've made a mistake. Keep wetting the edges so that they don't get dry, because when watercolor gets dry you can't blend it anymore and it leaves this sort of hard edge that can look pretty nice sometimes, especially if you do it intentionally or like mean for it to, but that's not it's kind of not the vibe I'm going for. Oh my goodness, my water is, my colors are mixing. They're running together. And I could have avoided this if I had wet the paper first, like the whole area with just water. And then that way, oops, come back. Turn that mistake into a happy accident, says Nyx. You're right. I'm gonna go in darker, and that's gonna cover up the lines, the hard edges from earlier, as well as mix in with the still wet parts. The parts that are still wet, to do some of this nice wet into wet. But most of the areas have already dried. Oh gosh. So, is it weird to offer your pumpkaboo a pumpkin pie? Are pumpkaboos like part pumpkin? Or do we just call them that because they kind of look like pumpkins and they're not actually pumpkins? Doing my first, oh wait. Master Wheeler says, "Ho boy, doing my first comic page with this new sketchy style. Wish me luck." Good luck, Wheeler! And it's looking real good for how much You made it sound like you were messing up. Would that be cannibalism? Yeah, it's like how much pumpkin is in a pumpkin boo? I'm adding some blue to the mixture. I'm gonna go in and darken this side. Now the purple part is still kind of wet, right? So when I put in the darker color, I'm also letting it sort of float around if it wants to. Don't have to force it to go anywhere unless it's just not moving, in which case a little bit of teasing here and there would be nice, just to get the ball rolling. You see me rolling. Let's see if it's dry enough that I can paint in this ear. I assume these are ears. Though, since Pumpkaboo doesn't have arms or a tail, we can also logically assume it also has no ears, and these are just tufts of fur. Go back into the moon glow. Add some more water. Maybe a little bit of red, just a tiny bit, just to warm it up slightly. Oopsies. Okay, wash off the brush. I think I'm gonna have to why did it do that? Why is it picking up so much pigment? Ah! No! I don't want it to be doing this, but it is, and so I have to commit. What happens if I dab it? What happens if I put more pigment in? Put more pigment in. I think I'm starting to overwork it now, which isn't good. I just kind of wanted to touch up a little bit of that, and then suddenly, because I didn't have enough pigment on my brush, it was mostly water, it started lifting a lot of the underwash. Okay, I'm not gonna touch that anymore, because I feel like that might mess things up. Actually, I'm gonna touch it one more, just a little bit, just a little touch. Let's see, I'm gonna go in with my blow dryer. Make sure that it's all bone dry before I go in with the pants color. So I'm gonna turn off the mic real quick. Do svidaniya, my friends. I'm back! Everyone said, well, Chico-san, I knew it. Zero is a Russian spy. Come on. Hello? What? Why is it doing that? Is it too close? Why is it... When it turns red, I assume that means it, like, wasn't able to focus. Communism will never triumph. Onion says, good news, the sketch of Pumpkaboo is done. Bad news, no good pens for line art. Oh, that's a rat shame right there, let me tell you. Okay, guess I'm gonna go back in with the red. I'm gonna mix it in with all of this yellow up here. Get some more yellow. Some of this yellow, maybe. I have two yellows, and I never know which one I should use. Don't give me too many choices. I'm just mixing all of these warm colors together. Actually, Pumpkaboo is a little bit of a cool red down there. Don't know how to make it more of that, but I think if I water it down... Use a very light amount of it. Notice how I didn't learn my lesson from when I did the fur, and I didn't pre-wet the body? It's because I already mixed my color, and I didn't want to get rid of whatever color pigment I had on my brush. So I just decided to go with... I just decided to do the same thing as I did earlier. But I'm gonna be smarter about it this time. I'm gonna try and work a little faster. And cover the whole area first. With the light wash. Before I... And not go too far from where my pen is. Make sure that it's all wet. It's all nice and wet. Actually, let's go in maybe with some green. Yeah, let's throw some green in there. I don't know why. It'll probably turn it a little muddy, but I'm gonna put it in the shadowy place. What's in the shadowy place? We must never go there. It's beyond our kingdom. Just drop some in here and there. What about communism? Communism. That I can get behind. It's fine. It's fine. It's all fine and dandy until someone gets hurt. Darker underneath. Put in a little bit of this lighter orange in while it's still wet so that the line spreads a little bit. And that way when I put in the actual hard, like, thick line, it keeps moving. It will not seem so out of place. Yeah. Not sure where to go from there, so I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna what should I do next? Maybe I should go back into the fur. Go back into my dark colors over here. I'm gonna mix all of this in. Whatever was in this slot, all that red, all that blue, I'm just gonna mix it all together. Now we have this whatever color. I'm gonna mix a little bit more moon gray, a little bit more blue to make it a cooler sort of purple. Oop! Squirted it all over. That's okay. Came right off. It's too light. I watered it down too much. It lost all of its strength. All of its strength is gone. I need Yeah, darken it up. I don't want it to be too strong. That's the problem. Not yet, at least. A lot of my friends have pets. If any of you have pets, do you like to dress up your pets for Halloween? Or have you ever? Have you considered it? When I had when I was part of a PMD group on DeviantArt, I would try to take time to dress up my characters for Halloween. I think that was a lot of fun. I remember back when I was on Gaia Online, my favorite thing was getting to see what the shopkeepers were dressed as. Because it would always be different anime references. And it was really cool because it was the shopkeep still. It was still the character, but they would pick anime or like characters from anime that really fit their aesthetic. Not necessarily like their personality, but definitely a sort of visual aesthetic. But it was still the shopkeep character, so it was kind of like trying to guess which anime is that from? Who are you supposed to be this year? It was always a lot of fun when there was like a more obscure character, but then you knew what it was. That felt nice. Got your nerd cred up. Hey Zero, gonna head out since I need to get some rest. Good stream though. Have a great night, guys. Good night, Gavin. Oh man, it's 12 o'clock. I should be finishing up. I should be finishing up soon too. Ah, spooky. Oh no! Chico's like, I saw a face in the mixed paint. Spooky. Master Wheeler says I have 2 cats, and they'd sooner dress me up as a corpse before they let us dress them up as anything. Pets be wild. They do not appreciate being dressed. Gaia? Nyx like perks up. Nyx's ears perk up at the mention of Gaia Online. I feel like even like years after I stopped playing on Gaia, I would still go on occasionally during Halloween and Christmas just to see what was happening with the shopkeeps and like what the event was. I remember being very invested in those events. You can like grind points for your team and then win like items and stuff. Oh, I'm completely off the screen now. Sorry, guys. Here. That should be easier for you to see now that I'm actually on the screen. Just make that a little bit darker, like so. I don't want to overwork it though. Just keep making it darker and darker and darker. Gonna add a little bit of a dark spot under the mouth, like there. So, maybe don't want it to be a harsh line, so I gotta drag it out and drag it out, drag it out, and drag it out. Haters gonna hate, 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 hate. I'm just gonna paint, 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 paint. And drag it out. Uh-oh. This backfired a little. That's not what I wanted. See if I can add some more. Oof. Uh-oh. So the underpainting has stained the paper just so, and then when I went to add in the darker layer, it went onto the white, so it ended up looking lighter. But I meant for it to get darker, so oopsies. Gonna add a little more. Dark paint into this area. time to really just make this part a little darker, shall we? That's nice. La 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 la. Half obligated at this point. Oh, let's see. Nick says, also I took a pic of Aristo cat in an ugly Halloween sweater earlier. Hey, Chica says, hey Zero, have you seen Courage the Cowardly Dog animated collab? I don't know what that is. Look, I like Gaia still, okay? Hey Zero, want to be a voice actor? I don't think I have what it takes to be a voice actor. Or any kind of actor. I don't have the personality for it. Chica, Colorful Chimera says, I'm like half obligated to at this point. To it at this point. Onion says, I'm actually almost done with Pumpkaboo. The events are fun sometimes. Are you on DA? Onion, I was super into it. The year it was like vampires and werewolves. Yes, that was fun. Camera thinks the pumpkin is a face. Oh gosh. Yeah, it keeps bouncing around. Good to detect aliens. LOL, do you even have haters, Zero? I feel like you're too chill for that. Tails is back! What do you mean? You have all the personality. I mean, I don't know. I do want to voice act in that I would love to, like, play games that have a lot of dialogue and to, like, read the dialogue in funny voices. I think that would be super fun. But I don't really want to voice act in terms of, like, professionally. I don't know. That seems... I don't know. It seems more than I can handle. One of the games I really want to play that is like that is Ace Attorney. I think it's got one of my favorite stories in a video game. Not sure why it's one of my favorites. I don't know what exactly about it, like, super draws me, but I always wanted to share it with people and get to do voices for all the characters, but I don't know. That might have to be something else for another day. Cause the next thing on my stream list is Banjo-Kazooie! But yeah, anyway. Bit of a random question, Chico. What made you suddenly ask that? Okay, I'm not sure what to do with this pumpkin part. I need to add some shading to it. Definitely. Some shading to it. I do kind of want to add a bit of warmth into the furry part, though. Not sure how, but maybe if I drop in some red. Just randomly. I don't know if that's adding anything, honestly. I think it's kind of random, so let me smooth it out. I like the watercolors where it's just like really crazy with the color. You know, you got hues just all over the place. But I don't know how to do that. Me, I'm like local color and that's it. Let's see. What do I want? What do I want? What happens if I mix these two? I get poop. Let's try to outline this with some of the poop. Soften it up with some water. Be a little bit here. Be a little bit there. A little dab here, a little dab there. Everybody dab dab. Oh, MacDonald had a farm. Pika says, man, I always gotta bring up Tom Fox when we talk about doing silly voices for games. Because he's amazing. His Professor Oak voice is literally perfect. Is Tom Fox the guy who voices Professor Oak? I don't really know a lot of actor names. I think I know more actors from the Marvel universe than any other franchise. Chica says, I think your haters have a bit of a love-hate relationship with you. Want a VA for my novel? I think that's called an audiobook, Chico. I'm pretty sure that's not voice acting. Oh, I guess you can do voice acting for an audiobook. The Redwall books are really cool because a lot of their the audiobooks for Redwall are fully voice acted. You have full cast that, you know, does voices for the different characters. The author himself reads the actual story. And then like whenever there's songs and stuff, they have full instrumentation and they sing the songs. It's a good time. It's a grand old time. What I enjoy doing is like voice impersonations. I just am not very good at it. But I would love to, like, if I want to put on a funny voice or if I'm voice, like, quote unquote voice acting and I put on a voice, the easiest thing for me to do is find a similar voice that I like and know in media and kind of copy that. And like sort of do that voice for the character. rather than coming up with one my own. Whenever I come up with a voice on my own, I can never remember it. I saw a video, I think it was like an interview of Tara Strong, who does many different voices on Cartoon Network, and other places. I think she did like Raven from Teen Titans, Bubbles from the Powerpuff Girls. She did Timmy Turner. And in the interview, she says she has like a sort of an idea of what to do for each character. Like for Raven, she would throw her voice into like the back of her throat and give it this like gravelly voice, but otherwise just talk normally. Just like have little things that she remembers to do that will bring the character out, which I think is so cool. But I don't know how to do that. I would have to practice and learn. There are certain things that people just have talent for, and if they choose to pursue such things, they have a leg up. And then there are other things that if you want to pursue, you're fighting, you know, from the get-go. You have to put in the legwork and really like just teach yourself and learn the skill. I think that's where I would be with voice acting. Since I have no talent in it, I would have to study it. But man, does it seem like fun. Man, does it seem like fun. I don't like it. I made it too dark. Pull it back. Pull it back. I think I went overboard. Can I water it down enough to like pull some of the paint off? I don't think so. I think it's too late. It's too late now. Really scrub it, maybe. Maybe bring some of this back into the dark. And then last thing to do that I keep forgetting is I need to put in the little fangs. Mostly just taking red and watering it down with some brown for this color. I don't know what else I could do for it. Maybe like some of that moon glow. Maybe dab on some moon glow. Make it darker. It's the inside of the mouth after all. Why would it be so bright? So serious. No, it's It's like not getting dark enough for me. I want it to be way more dark than that. It's not happening. Maybe if I add in some lines now, would that ruin it? I don't know. I feel like it's lacking without lines. Go in with... Is it dry? I don't think it's dry. Be right back. Let me turn on my hairdryer. Just a little bit. Just so I can outline these teeth without fear. It doesn't draw as smoothly as on just paper. It's like there's something blocking the ink from coming out. But I don't know, I kind of dig the aesthetic. Okay, let me go in again with some darker orange right in here. And bit of that drop shadow. Since it's Gorgeist, let's throw in maybe some yellow up front. Maybe even, I don't know, some yellow on the face here. Like it's glowing. Maybe some yellow on the fur. I don't know. Just kind of playing around at this point. Don't know what I'm doing. A little bit on the legs. That's good, right? That's good, right? Okay, this part of the face is a little weird. I'm gonna wash that off a little. See, my problem with watercoloring is I never know when to stop. No matter what, I just want to keep going. It can always be worked more until it's like overworked and you regret everything. But until that happens, I'm just like looking at it. It's like, what is it done? Can I keep going? Should I keep going? Should I stop? Oh, where am I? Who are you? Too much noodle! I need to stop the noodle! How do we stop the noodle? You can't stop the noodle. It was always noodle till the noodle. Okay, guys. I need to stop before we all die. So, there's our baby. There's our little baby. You know what I'm gonna do? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna... Oopsies, that's way too dark. We can't stop the noodle. Noodle, 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 noodle. I think we have one more stream this month. We'll be continuing on with these Inktober's as long as we can. And then next month is November, so we'll probably go back to normal streams for November, and then I'll be trying my hand at some more gaming in December. But until then, I want to thank everyone for coming along, for hatching plots and enjoying art times together with me tonight. I can't tell if this guy is crying or sleepy or what anymore. It was supposed to be a big old cry mouth, but now it just looks kind of sleepy. Kind of like me. Let me catch up with the chat real quick. Zero, if you could do a perfect impersonation of anyone, who would it be? If you've ever watched the movie Plague Dogs, there is a character in that movie called the Todd. He's a fox, and he has this very quaint Irish accent, very fast vernacular. He talks so fast, in fact, that it's canonically the dogs can't even understand him. I would love to be able to just talk like that. For something more well-known, I suppose, Kermit's always a great one. That one always comes to mind right away. I'm sure there's another, though. Yeah, I'm quite certain there is another character. I just can't think of him right now. Kermit is always just my go-to. Zero, you could do that's a strategy for sure. Twilight Sparkle. Riku from Final Fantasy. Wait, Riku from Final Fantasy? Oh, okay. I forgot there was like... I forgot that Final Fantasy isn't Kingdom Hearts and that they also have a Riku. The jerk brother from Foster's Homes. Really? I didn't know that one. Tara Strong has been in a lot of things. You have natural talent. You're too modest, LOL. Deviant Art. Oh, the almighty Onion has shared. Oh my goodness, Onion, that's so cute. I love the pants. I love the the little feet, but it's got the I don't know how to describe them, but it looks like he's wearing little pants. So cute. And it doesn't even need line art. It looks great just as a pencil. Murderous Pumpkin. Honestly, that Pumpkaboo is amazing. All the moon glow. He sings you the song of his people. La! Pumpkin the Bard. You noodle. Too much noodle. You can stop now, LOL. Put a clock. I need a 0 ST. Spooky Baby. Handsome. 10-hour version of the noodle song, please. No problemo. You channeled your sleepiness into the Pumpkaboo. Yawning? Aw, I missed the plot hatching. Sleepy boy. Up to interpretation. Guys, that's all we have today. Thank you so much for joining us for another Zero Streams. I want to thank my patrons, as always, Telsimp and Chico here in the chat with us all. You got Hydrash, Barrel and Tree, Eworm, Morgarizzle, everyone who wants to support me on Patreon. Check it out. Link dropping in a few hot seconds as I pull it up and talk at the same time. But you know, if you don't have the means, you don't have to support me on Patreon. You can also follow me on where is it? Here it is, on Instagram, where I am posting my my Inktobers this year, every year actually. And yeah, hope to see you guys next week for some more drawing. And have a good night. Bye.